Hey guys, God bless. If you haven't noticed, I'm putting up some videos about the Mark of the Beast I've had. I I didn't record this one when it happened. I don't know why. I think it was part of a bigger dream. Like you ever have a dream where you change scenes? I think this was part of one of those dreams that changes scenes, and it might be just embedded in another voice note on my computer, or whatever. But anyway, I felt just led to put this up as well, so I'm going to put this part up. I don't remember where exactly. How this all occurred, but what it was is it was a group of people, and there's a group of people I knew, and we were all in a cafeteria, similar to what you see here, and we're all sitting around and just talking and not really, just casual conversation. I mean, it was. I think what the Lord has shown me in this dream is the progression of what people will be like that take the mark, and so I'll just say that up front so you kind of get a picture of where I'm going. So we're all sitting together, and it's almost like I could interact with them, but I wasn't a part of it, of the dream. It's kind of hard to explain. But I was standing almost from afar, but I could still hear the conversations, and it was like they're having conversations with people that were there, but that, I don't know, that it was almost like I was there, but I wasn't there. It's hard to explain. But anyway, everyone was debating about getting this mark. And that's what the whole center of what this was kind of about. Well, I don't want to get it. I heard it's bad, this and that. And then finally, what begins to happen, and it's almost like God took me through like a little time warp there. Like He showed me, like, well, this is the deciding point. They're trying to decide whether to take it or not, and they're all discussing it. We're gonna have no food here very soon, stuff like that. And then it started like ones and twos would go and get it, and they would come back. Everyone would come back almost like the next day, or at another meal or whatnot. And there was a group, we'll say like over here, like this group wasn't getting it at all. And the group that got it would come back like the next day, and like this guy right here would be bragging like, "Oh my gosh, sex is so much better. Everything is so much better." And this guy's like, "Oh, I'm really strong now. I can lift weights so much better, and I'm a lot faster. I'm more athletic." It was almost just like, and these guys over, on the other side or the other group were kind of saying, "Well, I'm not going to get it, not going to get it." And these guys are just like, "Why won't you not get it? Just it is so amazing. Everything just boosts for me. I'm so much better. I feel so much more complete. I feel like like this is how I was supposed to be the whole time instead of who I was before." And it was almost like the Lord was like, "Okay, 2 weeks later, flash forward." And these guys all began to bicker. They all began to fight with one another. They were stealing from each other, stealing their food. Just animalistic behavior is the best way to describe it. Meanwhile, these guys over here who didn't take it, so to speak, were just like, "Oh my gosh," kind of like, "What is this turning them into?" And meanwhile, these guys just kept getting meaner and more angry, and they were making fun and ridiculing the ones that didn't take it. And pretty soon, there was a dividing line, and it was those that took it and those that didn't. These over here that didn't take it were very docile, very like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on with these people? Why are they acting this way?" And these guys became basically animals, which is what the Bible says. You're going to be a beast, and it says that in Job 18. If you read Job 18, the first sentence in the first verse says, "We will now discuss the mark and after." So that's a very, very. When I read that the first time, my jaw about hit the floor. And it talks about, and I did a video on it. It's in the playlist if you want to look at it, called "Sitting in the Temple." But these that took it became such animals. I mean, so the progression of time of it was, 2 weeks or so, everything was perfect. Sex, I feel like I'm young again. This is how I was supposed to be made the first place. Why wasn't I made like this before? Food tastes better. Everything's better. Everything was better. Everything was better. And then after about 2 weeks, they became animals. They became such animalistic people. I mean, grabbing things, fighting, biting, gnashing teeth, just ridiculing the other ones who didn't take it, making fun of them. So, anyway, I just wanted to just bring out this portion of this video that I've seemed to misplace. I don't know what the Lord has me doing all this for, but maybe it's just getting close or whatever. And He was like, put everything out that you have, in the mark of the beast. So there it is. All right, guys. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please share and like if you so desire.